What if the one thing you forgot to pack for your vacation isn't clothes or toiletries, but your ability to hear? I've seen dream trips ruined because of one tiny hearing aid mistake, something that could have been avoided with just 5 minutes of preparation. I'll show you the 7 most common mistakes hearing aid users make when traveling and exactly how to avoid them. I'm talking about things like lost luggage, airport security, slip-ups, tropical humidity disasters, and even the plug you didn't know you needed until it was too late. These tips come straight from years of helping patients who travel the globe with hearing aids, and trust me, the difference between a smooth trip and a silent one is knowing what's on this list.
If you're navigating hearing loss or struggling with ringing in your ears, then you've come to the right place. The All Ears Hearing and Tinnitus podcast is your go-to source for expert insights, real stories, and cutting-edge solutions in hearing health. We'll dive into the latest advancements in hearing healthcare, explore groundbreaking treatments for tinnitus, and offer practical tips for better hearing. Here to help you tune into a world of better hearing, here's your host from Timpanogos Hearing and Tinnitus, Dr. Layne Garrett.
The first mistake can happen before you even lock your front door, throwing your hearing aid gear into your checked luggage. You've landed, you're ready to start exploring, but the airline has misplaced your suitcase. And just like that, your hearing aids, your charger, all your supplies, they're just in limbo. Your vacation is muted before it even starts. Even worse, there are actual federal regulations about this. Devices with lithium-ion batteries, which includes most rechargeable hearing aid cases, must be in your carry-on. If you check your charger, security might confiscate it, leaving you totally powerless for the entire trip. The fix is simple. Treat your hearing aids and all of their supplies like VIPs, very important possessions that they are. They fly in the cabin with you. Put together a dedicated travel kit for your carry-on with the supplies that you need. Think your charger, any extra batteries if you don't have a rechargeable hearing aid, your cleaning tools, and a few spare domes or wax guards. Mistake number 2 is underestimating what a little bit of moisture can do to hearing aids. That tropical humidity, or an unexpected rain shower, or even a good sweat on a super hot day can be a total vacation wrecker for your hearing aids. Moisture is the arch nemesis of sensitive electronics. It can creep inside and corrode the delicate parts, leading to crackling, static, or complete failure. Imagine standing in front of a gorgeous waterfall or lounging on the perfect beach, and then all you can start to hear is buzzing, or worse, absolutely nothing. So what's your secret weapon? A hearing aid dehumidifier or a simple drying kit? Pack one with you and get into the habit of using it every single night, especially if you're headed somewhere that's got a lot of humidity. It's a tiny step that makes a massive difference in protecting your investment and making sure you hear every last moment of your trip. This leads us to a classic, mistake number 3, panicking at airport security checkpoints. The natural impulse for many is to take their hearing aids out and toss them in the gray bin with their shoes and their laptop. Please don't do this. That's a golden opportunity for them to get dropped, crushed, or simply left behind at security. On top of that, how are you supposed to hear the instructions from the TSA agents clearly without your hearing devices? It just piles on the stress. Here's the good news though. You do not have to take your hearing aids off for security at airports. They're made to go through the metal detectors and body scanners without any issue. Just walk on through. If you'd like, you can tell the TSA officer that you're wearing hearing aids, but you absolutely should not have to remove them. Mistake number 4 is thinking that just your hearing aids and your charger are enough. That's like heading out on a cross-country road trip without a spare tire. You're thousands of miles from home when a tiny wax guard clogs up, or your dome rips. You can't just drop into the local pharmacy for these parts, especially if you're in another country. Suddenly a problem you could fix in 2 minutes at home becomes a trip silencing disaster. This is why you need a complete go kit. It's more than just the basics. Along with your cleaning brush and a cloth, pack backups of the little things. I'm talking about taking extra wax guards. I'm talking about making sure you have domes and any other pieces that you might need. Think of it as a first aid kit for your hearing aids. Coming in at number 5 is the mistake of turning your hearing aids off during the flight. It might feel like a smart way to save some battery, but it's really a bad idea. Flight crews make important announcements. You know, the fun ones like turbulence or connecting gates and safety procedures. With your hearing aids off, you might be out of the loop. It also could cut you off from your travel companions and makes it harder to chat with flight attendants. Just keep them on. FAA regulations specifically exempt hearing aids from the rules about turning off personal electronics. Besides, modern hearing aids are fantastic at cutting down background noise. The exception to this rule is if you're using noise-canceling headphones on your flights. I personally have found it much more comfortable to take the hearing aids off while I'm wearing those headphones. But it's super important. Those hearing aids have to be put somewhere safe in a carry-on bag. Otherwise, they get left on airplanes a lot. Mistake number 6 is a rookie travel error that can leave you completely powerless, literally. Flying internationally without the right power adapter. You finally get to your hotel after a marathon travel day, you're exhausted and you're ready to recharge both yourself and your hearing aids. Then you see it. Your charger plug doesn't fit the wall socket. And just like that, you have no way to power your hearing aids up. So before you go abroad, a quick online search will tell you what kind of electrical outlet your destination uses. Buy the right plug adapter. They're cheap. And pack it in that all-important carry-on bag. It's a tiny purchase that can literally save your vacation. The final and maybe most critical mistake is having no backup plan. You see, life happens. Hearing aids do get lost. A rogue wave could snatch it at the beach, you could drop it in a crowded market, or it could just decide to stop working for who knows why. If your hearing aids are your only link to the hearing world, losing them can be devastating, especially far from home. A good backup plan has a few layers. First, if you have an older pair of hearing aids that still work, bring them along. They don't have to be perfect, just functional. Second, check your travel insurance. Does it specifically cover the loss or damage of expensive medical devices? Many standard policies don't, so you're going to want to ask. And finally, have your audiologist's contact information and a digital copy of your hearing test results on your phone. You never know when you might need help abroad. See? Traveling with hearing aids doesn't have to be a source of anxiety. If you sidestep these 7 common mistakes, you can head out on your adventures feeling confident and completely prepared. It all comes down to a little bit of preparation for a trip full of connections, laughter, and sound. What's your number 1 travel tip for your fellow hearing aid users? Drop it in the comments below. Let's help each other travel smarter. And if this was helpful, please like and subscribe for more ways to live your life to the fullest with hearing loss and tinnitus. Now, go enjoy that vacation. You've earned it.
A world of better hearing and relief from tinnitus is within reach, and we're here to help. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast right now and join us on the journey to clearer sound and a richer life. Thanks for listening to the All Ears Hearing and Tinnitus podcast with Dr. Layne Garrett. We'll see you next time.